Hello guys, so today you're on the interview desk sitting with an interviewer. Here are 7 things you are expected to say in an interview. Number 1, I am familiar with what the company does. I'm not saying go there to tell them that I'm familiar with what company does, but in your statement, in the way you express yourself, when you are asked the questions, what you should be saying should be related to what the company does. Don't just give them instances of a general note. Tell them, give them instances from what the company does, what the company produces, how you're going to help them to be productive, how you're going to help them to add to the company. Every company will like it when the person they're about to employ know what the company does legitimately, not coming to ask them questions of what they do in the company. So what the company does is very important. So before going for an interview, make sure you've made your research of what that company does, and even the last acquisition, the last product that was developed, the last product they send into the market. Make sure you have concrete evidence, or make sure you have concrete statements that relate that. Number 2, I am flexible. Work-related duties change and the economy is changing, things are changing around the world. So employers want to know if the person they're about to employ is someone who can switch just as things are switching. You can switch both in your technology, your skill, if you are someone that can multitask, because there are most of the times where more duties come into the company, or there may be need for multitasking. They want to know if that employee will be able to multitask, be able to increase his working hour. They will not like an employee that whenever they ask the employee to add a little time or to work little hours apart from the time he normally works. They don't want an employee that can say, no, this is what I was meant to do. I was meant to close at a certain time. No, they want a worker that is flexible, a worker that can change with time, just the way the times are changing. So make your employer knows, or your recruiter, that you are flexible enough. You can work with time, you can multitask, you can change duties when needs be, and there are even times that you can be changed from one department or the other. Don't make yourself timid, don't make yourself rigid that you are not flexible. Make the employer knows that you are flexible, and this thing can be made, you can make the employer to know when you are conversing with him. Make him to know, let it come out from you. Number 3, I am energetic and I have a positive attitude. Employers want to know the person they are employing, that the person is optimistic, someone that has hope. Even when things are not going well, even when a company are not making sales, they want an employee, that can be optimistic, and an employee that can have the mindset of can do. An employee that can always say that I can do this, rather than the one that said, no, I cannot do this. This is not what I studied in school. I don't have this skill. No, they don't want somebody like that. They want someone that can always try, someone that can always tell them, yes, I can do this thing. If you give me time, you can say, if you give me time, if you teach me, or if you give me the opportunity. They always want an employee that is optimistic. So let that optimism in you shine. This is an opportunity to let that optimism in you shine. So it's an opportunity for you to state it in your interview that you are an optimistic person, you are someone with hope, you are someone that can drive the company forward, and someone also that will not badmouth his former employer. Someone that can always say, yes, I was well treated in my former company. Not the kind of person that does petty talks, not the kind of person that will badmouth its former employer or its former staffs. No, they want somebody with hope, somebody that can have good attitude. Yeah, so that's the third thing that an employer expects you to say in an interview. Number 4, I have a great deal of experience. Whenever you are being interviewed, avoid telling the employer that you don't have experience. I tell people most of the time, even though you've not been privileged to work in that position or in that particular job role before, make sure you state some roles you've played that are related. Yes, maybe in your former place of work, you've done some kind of duties, you've done some kind of jobs in some kind of other department. Make sure you state some job roles that are related. I'm not saying that you should tell them that you've done that before, but make sure those little things you did that are related to the job role in this new position, make sure you state them. And if you're going for a management role, make sure you state categorically on your management skills, like your supervision. If you've done some supervision jobs before, or you've done your supervision duties before, make sure you state them, and some other duties you've done in your former place of work. And also state categorically how you've helped the company to grow and your previous achievement in helping the company to grow. That only states that you can always be of help to your new company. So don't always leave that aside. Make sure you tell them what you have achieved. Number 5, I am a team player. Companies or recruiters are looking for candidates who can work as a team, or who can work in a team, sorry. Yes, they want individuals that can work with a group of people. They want individuals that can cooperate with other team members to achieve a certain goal. I've told you several times that no one person can make a company to stand. So if you are not good enough in working with other people, then that company is not good enough for you, or the employer will say you're not good enough for the company. So they are looking for a candidate that can work in a team, because cooperating in a team helps the company to grow. So tell your employers, or make your employers to know that you are a kind of person that can work with others. Remember, these things that I'm saying are not that you go there and state them categorically, but in your words, in your response to questions that are being asked by your interviewer, it states that you can do those things. So let your employer knows that you can work in a team, you can function in a team. This enables them to employ you, because they want somebody that can have with less supervision, someone that can work with less supervision, someone that can work with less coaching. If you are someone that can work as a team, or can work in a team, that means that you can work with less supervision. Number 6, I am seeking to become an expert in my field. Everybody wants a growing person. Every employer wants a candidate that is seeking growth, not a stunted candidate. That is why you should not totally depend on your certificate. I mean, the certificate you've gained in school, your degrees. No, as a candidate that is seeking employment, you should make sure that you add more qualifications or more certification to yourself. Make sure you study more. Make sure that you are increasing yourself. That is why I state categorically that you must state in your CV the achievement or the certifications you've gotten, because when you are in your interview, they want to know if you are someone that can grow. You want to know if someone that can improve his or herself. They check that with your certification, and you can also let them know that there are more certifications that are coming up, because you are still studying some other courses online. Maybe you are studying online, or you're studying physically. Make them know that you are studying online just to improve yourself, to add to your knowledge, and to better the company. But then they will now know that as they are employing you, you will now be a benefit not just to yourself, but you'll be a benefit to your other colleagues, because you also be teaching them. And this can also help you to gain a faster promotion in your place of work. So let the employer know that you are someone that seeks growth. You are someone that want to expand in your field. You are someone that is not limited. Yes, let them know that, and I bet you have a greater chance of gaining the job. Lastly, which is number 7, I am highly motivated. When you let your employer know that you are a motivated person, they tend to employ you, because they want an employer that is not, an employee that is not a depressive person, an employee that gets motivated even in his job. Even when things are down, he gets his motivation. And you can even let them know where you get your motivation from. Yes, you can let them know where you get your motivation from. So state categorically that you're a motivated person, because a motivated person can ginger other people to work. Motivation is a contagious thing. So let them know that you are a motivated person. You are someone that is strictly on your work, because you're motivated. Not the kind of person that will wake up in the morning and say, no, I don't think that I'll be going for work today. No, I don't think that I'll be going for my duties today. No, you're not that kind of person, but you're a person that is motivated to achieve more, because they want to know, sometimes they'll ask where you see yourself in the next 5 years. It's only a motivated person that can see his or herself in a certain job in the next 5 years. So let them know that you're a motivated person. Yeah, and you stand your chance of. Alright, if this video has been of help to you, or you've learned something from this video, please click the like button. And if you're not following us, please try and follow us on our social media channel. We'll be displaying them now on the screen. Try and follow us and make sure you share this video to help your brothers or your sister. We are coming out with great content shortly, and it's going to be very interesting to you. We're going to also be looking at your interview questions that you should be expecting from a recruiter. Thank you.